everybody. Hello. Welcome to the Demon Plague. I am your dungeon master, James Intricasso. I go by he, him, and I am super excited to be here today because we are inside the Demon Plague dungeon. That's right. It's super exciting. It's better than all your Avengers or Game of Thrones. What is about to happen here on this screen today? I can't possibly build it up or overpromise more. So with that, Rudy, who are you and who are you playing?
Hi, my name is Rudy Basso. I also go by he, him. I'm playing Rain Bowie, a human monk. Oh, my air freshener thing just went off and it scared me. Yeah, I'm gonna make some friends, I guess. You know, when I heard Demon Plague Dungeon, I figured dungeon crawl, but no. There's a lot more in play going on. Politics and intrigue never ends in the Demon Plague campaign.
That's right. That's why it opened up with a battle against chain devils. Yes, and TK, who are you and who are you playing?
That's me. TK, go by they, them, and I am playing Isabel Halfback, a half-orc battlemaster. And there's some stuff going on, and I don't appreciate it, and I don't want to die in here, so we should fix this problem, like, super quick.
Excellent. And Lauren...
yeah, I made a big show of, like, not caring whether I live or die, so...
Lauren, who are you and who are you playing?
Hi, I'm Lauren. I am playing Rock the Aarakocra Rogue. We both are she, her, and she's the Hawkeye of the group, but not the movie Hawkeye. The Matt Fraction, David Aja Hawkeye, who has a charisma of -2, but really just wants to do good.
Excellent. I love the Matt Fraction Hawkeye reference. That's awesome. And Robert, who are you and who are you playing?
Hey, I'm Robert Ducci. I go by he, him, and I'm playing Torsten Ailhand, who is a diviner wizard cleric.
Excellent. Well, it is awesome to have all of you here today. And before we get rolling, I want to remind everybody we've got the donations above my head as usual, bit donations. And if you use the cheer mote, Bleed Purple, the Bleed Purple cheer mote, gives 10% bonus bits when you cheer 10 or more. And those are free bonus bits. It means it doesn't cost you any extra and gives us something extra. So everybody wins. Except for Twitch, maybe? I'm not really sure how that
who cares about
They're
Twitch?
fine. They're
Can you say bonus bits one
bits.
more time?
The bonus bits.
I don't know why I find that funny.
Yeah.
ASMR it into the microphone.
And special thanks to Josh Long for this extra fail that I have been given. We only have 10 episodes of the Demon Plague left, including this one. So I need to start using these fails. So players, get ready.
Yeah, real cool of you, Josh.
The coolest.
Didn't we figure out that he is actually Zancrown? So, like, Josh is actually Zancrown, and so when we get to the final battle,
the Zancrown game above the game. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
he's just gonna drop all of the auto fails, and that'll be the end of the game.
Thank you.
I hate it. Yeah. Rock
So-
can see this coming.
We've got that going on, so check that out. Now, last time on the Demon Plague, we did find Maragath's Prize, the city that contained the entrance to the Demon Plague dungeon. You went through the ruined city, you fought some Velok, climbed down this deep sinkhole, and you made your way into the Demon Plague dungeon where you were at this nexus with all these different doors, including one with a bunch of locks. And you assumed that might be the way to get into Sandcrown. But before you can do that, you need your keys. And so you set off into what you believe to be the dungeon currently controlled by the souls of the most recent residents of the Luna Valley. And when you open the door, you found a snowy room that was occupied by chain devils. And a fight ensued, which we are currently in the middle of. Isabel, you are currently chained up. However, you have turned the chains against the devil, and you have swung that devil against the side of the wall, beating them mercilessly. There is one devil who is currently stunned, per Rain's stunning strike. And so that is where things have been left. And we left it on the turn of everybody's favorite fiends, the Chain Devils. So that is it. We have 4 active. Like I said, 1 is already stunned. So that stunned Chain Devil ain't doing nothing. However, the other Chain Devils are going to come forth. So Rock, the Chain Devil that was facing off with you, is going to hurl chains in your direction once again. Here we go. Oh, a 10 doesn't hit Rock's AC.
Oh, no. I'm too far away.
How about a 23?
Yeah, that hits. Uncanny dodge. I haven't done that in a while, so I'm excited.
Okay, so you take 11 slashing damage, and you are once again grappled as these chains wrap around you again.
Is that 11 after the uncanny dodge, or is that 11 total?
It is 11 total.
Okay.
So, yeah, I will let you do the half. So you are grappled once again, Rock. Rain, the one you're fighting with is the stunned one. Isabel, the one that you have bashed against the wall, is going to take the chains out of you. Does not like being thrown against the wall very much. So the chains, you feel them leave your flesh, and then the chains get whipped at you again, this time more like whips rather than binding chains.
Rude.
Does a 24 hit your AC?
You know it does, James.
I know it does. So you take 10 slashing damage as this chain comes around. However, they are careful to not wrap the chain around you this time. The devil just whips it at you and sort of whips it back as it cracks across your face, leaving a little scar.
Okay, magic or nah?
It is non-magical.
Okay.
So.
Oh my gosh, I almost typed in 78 damage. Ooh.
There is one fresh demon who has not been wounded at all, who is standing near the back and is going to step up and throw 1 chain at Rain and 1 chain at Isabel. So Rain, here we go. Rain, you nimbly dodge out of the way. It's a very clumsy chain attack. And Isabel, you also are missed as this chain. It just rings off your armor and does not affect you. And now we go to Torsten's turn.
Torsten, having tried to use a cantrip to ill effect last time, is going to go for a little bit bigger guns. He's going to do a 4th level guiding bolt at one of these that looks pretty damaged.
Go for it.
All right, so spell attack, that's cleric. All right, so that's 25.
A 25 is definitely going to hit. So.
All right, this bolt of radiant light comes out at it. And I forgot to roll the extra damage. What is it? So that's going to be 10, 20, 32 damage.
32 damage.
Wow.
And which one were you attacking?
Whichever one kind of looked most hurt.
Okay. So this is the one that had Isabel and was then thrashed against the wall. This individual explodes as your burst of radiant light hits them.
Nice.
Ichor goes everywhere, staining the snow in this room. And what else would you like to do, Torsten?
Just see if there's any cover to be had.
So there are snow drifts in this room. You could sort of dig down into a snowdrift if you wanted to.
Sure, if it'll hide me.
It would probably give you some cover if you did that.
All right, I'll take it.
Okay.
Torsten just builds a little igloo while everybody's fighting. Just like, okay, guys.
Yeah, he's making snowballs for his next attack.
Yeah.
So, Rain, it is your turn.
Hooray. Okay, I am next to a stunned one. I'm going to kick him in the head several times.
Okay. Several head kicks.
I have rolled a 23
That will hit.
for 13 bludgeoning damage.
That will do 13 bludgeoning damage.
Okay, I will spend a key point to continue the savage kicks that I am bringing upon him. Horse-like,
Okay.
one might say, these kicks are.
Got it. Got it.
22.
Hit.
12 more damage.
Okay. Still up.
Okay. Flurry of blows.
Looking bad. Staggering.
Yes.
Though stunned.
This is still flurry of blows. 15.
A 15 is not. Are you rolling with advantage? They are stunned.
I was not. 26.
26 will hit.
This dice roller does a bad job telling me what I've rolled. Okay. Sorry.
It has one job.
I know. 12. It's the wizard's dice roller. It's quite bad. 12.
I knew
Okay.
immediately.
Yeah, you hit this thing. You kick it 3 times. Its eye is rolling out of the socket now on its cheek, but it is still standing.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so I have 4 attacks total when I use my flurry of blows. So this is
That's
my
right. So you've got one left.
final attack with advantage. It's a 23.
Okay. No need to even roll
Aha!
damage here, Rain, as your final kick connects. The head of the devil separates from its body, and it melts into a puddle of ichor into the snow. And you see this ichor starting to freeze in front of you.
I just kicked him so much he couldn't be kicked anymore. And then
Yeah.
I will run over and engage with the one that previously threw chains at me. Now I'm going to throw hands with him. So how about that?
Got it. Nice. I like it.
And feet. Having
And
just
feet.
kick someone to death.
Elbows and
And
knees.
yeah. 8 limbs.
The whole- Pretty much everything. Your entire form.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Wind comes up through the snow and is going to attempt to smother one of these devils. Let's see.
That's actually kind of an epic, like him swimming through the snow like a dog, just like.
And then comes up,
Yeah.
snow flies everywhere.
Was
as it attempts
was he hiding in the snow?
He was unexpected, shall we say, for those who didn't know to expect wind. Let's see.
Not quite
Wind.
Advantage
Surprise.
unexpected.
He doesn't need it because he has hit.
Good enough.
So yes, and he wraps up and he restrains one of the devils, the one that you have engaged with, Rain, and is starting to crush this devil as well. So that devil is going to take some damage as it struggles. Boom. Okay. And we're up to Rock again. Rock, you are grappled and restrained during this time, so you have disadvantage.
Okay. The one that is grappling and restraining me, is that the same one I've incited, or is that the one that Rain and Wind are engaged with?
That is the one you have incited.
Okay. So I need to get out of this because restrain gives me disadvantage, and that sucks. And then I can't sneak attack. Okay, so as an action, it's an acrobatics check to get loose. Okay, I'm gonna acrobatics and get out of these chains.
Nice. Cartwheel out.
Let's do it.
That's what I always assume it is when you're restrained.
Oh, 23.
23, yes, will escape from that. Boom.
Okay. And then so that's my action. As my move, I am going to launch myself at this guy, pulling out letter opener, and as my bonus action, I'm gonna stab him with letter opener.
Okay.
So here we go. Ooh, that's gonna hit. That's a 27 versus
That hits.
his AC. I'm gonna do lots of D6s. Okay. And 37. 43. Stick you with my knife damage.
More
Magic.
like melt into ichor with your knife damage. This thing, you just stab it right through the heart and it disappears.
I do not like chains. No. And then I'm going to be very distracted for like 2 seconds because the ichor freezes and she's going to be like, oh, like snow cones. And then I'm done.
Do you want to taste that snow cone?
No.
Okay, I mean, just asking.
She's amused, but not dumb.
Isabel,
She
it
sees
is
you, Isabel. She's not paying attention to that. No.
I want to roll to lick the snow. No.
Isabel, it's your
Terrible.
turn. The individual that you fought, who had you grappled, is now gone. So
Nice.
you are free to move about and do as you will.
Yeah.
There
we
is
dusted.
one devil left who is currently restrained and blinded by the rug.
All right. I want to kill him.
Okay.
Let's work together. Smarter, not harder. So I'm gonna attack him 3 times without really
Okay.
spending any superiority dice. I should have got these dice out ahead of time, but I didn't. 1, 2, 3. Do I get advantage on these?
You do. It's restrained.
Cool. Okay, so the first one was an unnatural 30. The second one was a 23. Let me just roll advantage on that third attack. Is an 18.
All of those hit.
Yay! We did it. We did it, fam. D8s. Oh gosh, why didn't I get this out ahead of time?
Because we were too busy chatting about.
Why am I like this every time? I'll just drop it 3 times.
Perfect.
8, 13, 15, 11, plus my cold damage. 2, 5, 4 cold damage. So
Okay.
11 cold damage and a bunch of the slashy damage.
Can we get
I
a
did
shot
it.
of the dice castle? It's doing
Yeah.
well.
That's all Dice Castle. I'm proud of you, Dice Castle. That was made by your company is not on here. That's not a great idea, guys. Come on,
Brandon,
put your company's
so
names on the
important.
Dice Castles, please.
The devil is going to try to tear its way out of rain or wind. Sorry, wind and rain. Wind and rain. Wind and rain.
Of course.
They make a great pair.
Yes, and it will hit wind twice,
Ooh.
and it starts to carve its way out of wind. You can see some threads fraying and things like that. As and now they're grappling each other. So it is your turn, Torsten.
All right. So Torsten will whip out his wand of magic missiles that I think I've used like twice in this entire campaign.
Nice.
So I'm gonna go ahead and throw that down as a 6th level spell, and I've learned from Isabel's mistake, and I've gathered my all of my dice up ahead of time. So here comes a 6th level magic missile.
Wow.
Wow. 12, 3, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21, 2, 3, 4, 25 points of damage.
25 points of damage. Nice. And with that, the devil, the magic missiles hit, and you see the devil's chains just slowly liquefy as it runs down the sides of wind into the snow. And then you can see the ichor that has been frozen in the snow starts to disappear. It gets drawn towards the walls and into the walls as it as these devils disappear. Now you can see through the snow, you've made it far enough into the room that opposite the door you came in, there is a door on the other side of this chamber.
Well, do we keep going through doors and killing devils? Is this what we're going to do here?
Yes. Until we found Baobab.
All right.
Rock,
Baobab.
Yeah, hi.
you, with your incredible passive perception,
That's me.
also notice the outline of a secret door here.
All right, Rock will point at the main door and say, "Give me a second." And then she's going to go over to the secret door, and she wants to examine it, see how to open it, check for traps, that kind of thing.
Yeah, it looks as simple as you would push on it. You can go ahead and make an investigation check for traps if you would like.
I would always like to do that. Investigation. Ooh, that'd be a natural 20.
Whoa!
Oh, burr, burr, burr.
Which does give me a 31 in my investigation, just in case it matters, but that is a natural 20.
Oh my gosh, that is awesome. That means we are giving away a free PDF copy of the Demonplague. We're actually giving away 2 this week. The
We
reason
are?
we're giving away 2 is Baobab wanted to throw hers back into the pool.
Oh,
Yes.
what a pal.
So, yes. So this will be the second one we're giving away. Rudy, what should people enter if they want to win?
Exclamation point spoilers in honor of the national conversation we are now having based on the 2 giant franchises that have had major
There you go.
releases.
Exclamation point spoilers. Please do not talk about
Yeah,
any
please do
actual
not
spoilers.
share spoilers. That
in
will
the
get
chat.
you
Don't do it.
I was doing
negative
so
demon
good, and I was
plagues.
like, I'm not going to look at Facebook yesterday because I knew I was not really going to be able to watch Game of Thrones. So, but it was like 11 o'clock at night on Sunday night, and I'm looking at my phone at like news, and there was like a news spoiler. I was like, what the hell? Like, I was so pissed.
Sorry.
I made it 24 hours after Avengers opened. No spoilers. It was great. And I work online. I made it an hour after Game of Thrones.
Yeah. Plus, people were sharing footage of like strategic scenes from Game of Thrones, and I'm like, y'all the devil. I've blocked so many people in the last week, and I've seen both Avengers and Game of Thrones. I just did it out of principle.
Yeah, good.
So anyway,
I was like,
enter exclamation point spoilers for a chance to win a free PDF copy of the Demonplague. And now, Rock, back to you.
I fly over to the secret door, and as I'm examining the secret door, just under my breath, I'm muttering, I don't understand why people would spoil anything. I mean, it just doesn't make any sense to me.
Good. Keep it in character. Very good, Lauren.
Well, she can hear this conversation.
Oh, right.
Her perception.
You do not find any traps on the door.
Okay, she's gonna push it open just enough, both to open it and also to let her friends know, hey, look, a door, and then stick her head through and kind of around, kind of.
Okay. When
What do I
you
see?
stick your head through and around, you can see a room that is an enormous. It has an enormous brass seal on the ground, and the brass seal depicts a helmet, like a armored helmet, and beneath it says "Protect and Prosper" in common. You can see that there are 2 hulking statues of human warriors dressed in what you know is the regalia of the old Racion Empire, the Empire of Humans that was here in the Luna Valley.
And is there any other exits to that room?
Yes, you can see they're clear as day. There are actually 2 exits. So you're coming in one way, and then we'll say you're coming in from the east, like east from where you are, west from them, and you can see that there are doorways to the north and south. So to your right and your left from where you are, they are both across the seal, you can see.
Okay, and the seal is large enough to cover the room?
It covers most of the floor of the room, yes.
Okay. And the statues are west and east, north and south? Like general?
Yes, they are also to your right and to your left, and they are just before the doors.
Okay, so I'd have to go past the statues to get to either the helmet or the doors.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. I'm going to retract my head and
the
look at
helmet, just so you know, the helmet, there isn't a helmet there. It's depicted on the seal. The helmet.
Oh, it's the
Yeah.
Okay, seal, helmet, statues. Okay, I got it. I thought there was an actual like
No,
helmet
yeah.
sitting
There's
there.
no physical helmet there. It's just depicted on this brass seal.
Okay, I'll pull my head back and look at my friends and say, so secret room with other doors and statues and seal on the ground that has it's that seal from the old human empire, and it says protect and prosper, and it looks like it's probably like full of traps and statues are gonna come to life and things. But hey, look, do we want to try other door?
How big are the statues?
How
The
big are the
statues?
statues?
Are 10 feet tall.
They're like twice my size.
2 rocks.
Does that phrase mean anything to me from this old empire?
Ooh.
So yes, you know that is sort of the unofficial motto of the Empire. They put it on everything. Sort of like SPQR was Rome's, if you know what that is. That was their thing that they put on all their money and everything. It's the "In God We Trust" of this empire.
I reach up and touch the helmet of one of the statues.
Okay, you've
so
gone
you
into the
want-
room?
Oh, okay. Are we not going into the room? Are we looking at other rooms?
Well, that's what I was gonna like. I can go look at the other door, like the obvious door, and see what's over there if we want.
Sure, we can look at both rooms then, I guess.
I'll hop on over to the other door. Same
I
thing. Traps. Is it locked?
Okay.
But I think I
Rain-
solved James's puzzle, just so everybody knows.
Well,
Do you
Rain
want to
is
go
not-
in and touch the?
No. I'll save that
Okay.
one for when we want to go in there, because no doubt that's how you go in.
Got it. Okay, so let's see. So you open the door, the non-secret door in the snowy room, and you can see that there is a thin layer of snow on the ground in this room too, and there's a frozen pool that dominates the room's western half in a large basin. So this large raised basin has a frozen pool of water in it. And in this room, it's sort of like a long, skinny hall. There's another door opposite the one you came in and a door to the left.
Hot
So there's
And-
two
Snow
doors
pool.
this way too, and 2 doors the other way.
Okay. Frozen pool. 2 more doors. So 6 of one, half dozen of another.
Check out those statues, I think.
Yeah.
Secret door. Okay.
All right. I touch the statue's helmet.
So as soon as you walk in, Rain, and step on the seal, before you even have a chance to touch the statue, it starts speaking once you
Oh.
make contact with that seal.
Okay.
And hang on, I'm scrolling between a bunch of things. Okay. It says, "Ho ho! You are either strong intruders who must be crushed, or you have some business. State your intention now."
Are we all there?
Yeah.
I mean, I assume you're sort of all there in a crowd.
We're here to kill
Standing
Zen Crown.
No! Quiet!
Sorry, too late.
No.
That's why I asked.
You chose this, Rain.
Mhm. Yeah, Rock will just blurt out, "We're here to kill Zen Crown."
Okay, so let me see here. When you say you are here to kill Zancrown, I know. I wrote this. It was 2 years ago. And I did read it before we did this, but I
Oh,
wasn't.
I thought for a second I'd like blue screened the statues. They were like, "Wait, what?"
Yeah, they're
No, it's like it's a choose your own adventure book, and he has to turn to page like 94.
Ah, okay. all
So
right.
the statues raise their giant stone arms, Rain,
And salute.
and they look down at you,
Hello.
and then they bring
five.
their fists down and open them. And you see that there are 4 badges, like brass pin on your shirt style badges.
I love them.
There.
Are we the sheriffs?
What's on them? More helmets?
So it is the same seal that is on the floor as on these badges.
Helmet seal?
Yeah, it's the same symbol of the Rastion human empire.
I say, are these gifts for us?
The statues nod.
Oh, thank you. She'll grab one.
It's
Okay.
probably impossible to inside a statue, but I'm going to do it.
You can try.
I'm gonna.
You do realize the answer's going to be, well, he's stone faced.
I
Gotta
quit.
go.
First of all, I rolled a 4.
Okay.
So-
Okay. Okay. Yes, they are indeed statues.
Cool.
But you're like not 100% sure about that. You're like 80. You're like 80% sure right now.
Okay.
Statues.
They could still be devils.
I'd take a badge.
What happens to Rock?
I
Okay.
die.
Nothing.
Badge is a mouth. I'm eaten.
Rock, you take the badge.
Put your badge on.
Does
These
it like
badges mimics.
pin on? How does it attach?
Yes, it has
Rock.
a pin in the back that you could pin onto your armor, probably.
Be
Okay.
careful. These are thousands of years old, and we will get tetanus.
What do these do? Why are you giving them to us? Statues? Probably statues.
The statues say safe passage in the Racion wing of this dungeon.
What else is in the Racion wing?
They don't respond.
Oh.
But were the devils wearing badges? Like, I gotta know.
So the devils were not, but as far as you know, the devils weren't part of the Racion
Empire.
Not
empire.
originally, at least.
Will
Yeah,
you open
well-
the door for
Or not-
us,
yeah,
statues?
not eventually.
What did you ask them to do?
Will you open the door for us?
They don't respond.
Do
Should
you know
I-
where Baobab is?
They don't respond.
Should I touch your helmets?
They don't
Inch
respond.
forward. I'll take a badge and put it on. Do I feel
Okay.
weird or different or anything?
I mean, you just feel like you're wearing a badge now.
Yeah.
I high five the open palm that
This is
once held the badge.
Little
You high
pick-me
five the
sign.
open palm, and then it rearranges itself into a fist bump.
Oh, I do that as well.
All right.
I
Then
wink.
it does like a one of these with the fingers wiggling.
All
to
right,
sort of-
Wow.
That's too friendly. I'm not. That's too far.
You just leave him hanging?
Yeah, I do.
Nobody's done this with him for like 1,000 years.
yeah, it just
Exactly.
keeps happening.
He will wait for 1,000 more.
Oh, this is
Rock will run up and do the wiggle thing.
Okay,
No,
you do the
not leave-
wiggles.
You do not leave
goes-
statues hanging.
It's too
Dorito.
informal. It's too informal for me. I'm sorry. There's got to be some
Those
semblance of
badges.
formality.
you have to do your hands together. It's like a rocket ship.
And then he wants to snap it, you know, where you're like,
I'm so
that.
mad.
But then he pulls your fingers off.
yeah, right, but his fingers are stone.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh man, I can't wait for people to hear this part of the podcast.
And then
Just be like,
they do the Fresh Prince and DJ Jazzy Jeff.
Can I head five him, James? That's a high five where you. It's a
No,
stupid
I
high
am
five.
well aware of what
I'm
head
telling the people what it is. You and I know, but
yeah, sure. The statue will head five you.
nice. I touch his helmet.
Okay.
Very hip statue.
Let me
Yeah,
have him.
yeah. You know, complicated handshakes are a mark of the Racion.
Rewrite the adventure, James. This needs to be canon.
No
Wait,
need
wait,
to
it is-
rewrite. Already in there. No, it's
Whoever has this
please buy the
game,
adventure.
please confirm.
While they're doing all the handshakes, since this obviously takes like 10 minutes, I'm gonna go ahead and cast detect magic on these badges.
great. So the badges, you can tell they do radiate two schools of magic, my friend. They radiate divination and evocation magic.
Evocation. I don't like that on a badge.
But what happens when it's evoke? What does it evoke?
I think it's usually like stuff blowing up.
Oh, are these gonna?
I don't
Rock will
know.
ask the statues. Are they
Hard
going
to
to blow
say.
up?
They don't respond.
Hmm.
So there's some sort of trapped power in here, and it could explode. Could a lot of damage. Most, like,
I feel like these are
Fireballs,
kick me
things like that.
signs.
yeah.
Do I have to wear the badge, or can I just hold the badge, statues?
They do not respond.
Are we getting jumped into a gang? Like, I need to know. Is this a hazing process? Actually, my insight is 4, so I could just make my own conclusion.
Yeah, I was gonna say, make your own conclusion with your 4 insight. You can tell that these statues, based on the number of things they're not responding to, they're probably
Turned off.
magically programmed to only respond to certain things.
Like
And
high
so
fives.
if it's outside the purview of what they've been programmed to know, they just aren't responding.
Okay, but whoever programmed them knew somebody was going to ask about these badges, so that's just a dick move right there.
I mean, or they were using basic, and that takes a while, and
I don't
really,
want excuses, I want results.
I say, what else can you tell us, statues?
They do not respond.
Okay,
Oh,
fine.
cool.
I touch the door. Does anything happen with my badge?
Which
Door.
The,
So you've got a door to the right, a door to the left, and the secret door behind you.
the secret. Wait, wasn't there a door with the emblem on it, or that was just on the floor?
No, the emblem's on the floor.
Oh, okay.
are there any differences in the other doors? The not the way we came in, the two other doors.
They look the same.
Were the statues flanking a door, or they were in the middle of the room?
They're in the middle of the room before the doors.
Okay. Which?
Yeah, we're
What was the name of this empire again?
Rassilon?
Raceon.
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 All right. One more question for the
Raceland.
statues. Which door leads us to the Raceon wing of the temple? Or
You are in the Raceon wing of the Demonplague dungeon.
wait,
So butts
it's
back
not much
with
of a
the-
wing. Wing is a bit of a. I guess the Luna Valley. It used to be called that. Maybe.
Well, you know that there are 5 sort of separate wings of the dungeon.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Oh,
they are
okay.
telling you are in the secret door connected to the Raceon.
Yeah, we're in the
Oh.
Racion sorority house.
Gotcha.
Okay. Oh, okay. Wait, then
Alright.
Rock is going to go, "Oh, no, wait. So this isn't where Baobab
Yeah, it doesn't sound
we're,
like it.
we're looking for, do you know where Eligre is?"
Ooh.
When you ask where Eligre is,
This is the human one then. Okay.
This is
Gotcha.
yeah, the
Someone
the
switched
two
the
souls
signs.
were like mostly humans, but like a
That's
mix of
right. We
stuff,
weren't
but there is a human empire.
positive.
the
That's-
statues point towards the door to the south or the door on your left.
Good question, Rock.
All right. Okay, so that's the way we got to go, because we don't want to troop around here forever. We want to go talk to the person we need to talk to and go.
It
So-
has been fun, sort of talking to these statues. But
No,
agreed,
these statues are cool.
they're okay. Let's move on.
All right, so I will check that door for traps just in case.
Okay, so let me ask a question. Who is wearing a badge at this point?
Me.
I'm
Rock,
pulling up.
Lauren's raising her hand.
Yes,
Lauren is
I'm
raising
sorry.
her hand.
Audio podcast. Rock is like, well, we need them to know and see. They might like attack on sight if they don't see badge and like. So, I'm going very fun.
I want it to blow up on me personally. I don't even care.
I
That'd
can
be
always
cool.
uncanny dodge it.
I can not, but I don't even care.
Yeah.
I want to
I
throw
mean,
it at
Nothing
someone.
has happened so far, and you've been wearing it for a while, Rain. So
I poke it a few times.
okay.
Rock
And
looks
then-
over at Torsten. and
Explodes. Oh.
It starts ticking.
possible
Yeah.
the explodey thing is only if we like like we're now invited and welcome, and if we're no longer invited and welcome, it explodes. Should we
Could
just be
be.
careful not to
Could.
be
I mean,
bastards?
Yeah.
Maybe it explodes
it's all
anyone who messes
possible.
with us.
That's true. Can it like shoot things?
It's hard to say. I can't tell what spells are in it. I just know the school of the spells.
Oh, I put the badge on my hat.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Which
Yeah,
hat?
it looks real Texas
I
Rangery.
guess hats, because I'm wearing like 2 on top of each other.
Isabella's gonna test it and like push Rain and see if it
Oh,
zaps her.
betrayed here as a guest in the dungeon wing of. How dare you?
To work.
No, if I can tell
Already
that that is
zapped.
not true, then probably
Does
Badge
Isabel
can
explode?
tell.
Oh.
No one, Isabel does not explode,
Do
nor
I
does your
explode?
hat.
Okay.
Whew.
Oh man, I take it off my hat with the realization that it could give injury to my hat.
To your hat?
Yeah.
You know
He's not
your
worried
brain
about-
is under your hat.
Right.
No.
Well, we can heal him, but we can't fix that.
I'd
We
rather-
Yeah,
can.
there's no such spell as mending.
Hats,
I don't have
hats
this
are
hat,
the very
then
definition of
I don't
wisdom.
want a
Not that
head.
kind of wisdom.
Well, I cannot fix it.
Okay, so let's recap. Who is wearing a badge?
I am.
I am.
When
I am.
Rain doesn't blow up, I will put the badge on.
Okay. Torsten, you I think I heard you say you're putting
Yeah,
yours on too. Okay.
Yeah.
And then
I
I'm
just
going to
wanted
go.
That's all.
And then I'm gonna go examine the door that the statue's pointed at, looking for bad things.
Okay, looks like a pretty normal door. You can't see many traps. Any traps? Sorry.
Many
Not
traps.
many.
Maybe 5 or 6 traps in this one.
Yeah, there's like a handful of traps. It's fine.
Oh, this
No,
is easy.
there's no traps on the door.
I will do the same thing I did with the secret door. I will open it just enough to poke my head through and take a look.
Okay, so when you open this door, you see that there are 2 enormous human skeletons with curving scorpion tails that are playing chess at a table in the middle of the hall. The hall, you can see, is a 4-way intersection. Your door is one of those intersections, and then I'm sorry, it's a 3-way intersection, not a 4-way. So you have a door directly across from you and a door to the right, and you have these 2 skeletons with dragonfly wings on their back, translucent dragonfly wings, and they're playing chess together, and they look up when you open the door, but they don't like get up from what they're doing, and one of them they like squint rock at you.
I squint
And
back.
Show them your badge. Show them your badge.
I'll
See your
push.
badge, and then they just go back to playing chess.
Hi.
And one of them, the one who is like across from you, who can see you better, looks up and goes, hello. Yeah.
Oh man.
And seems to be concentrating very hard on this chess game.
How tall? You said they're tall.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yes, they look like they are, ogre-sized. So they are large-sized creatures. They're between 10 and 15 feet tall, and they are sitting at big stone chairs, this stone table, with some very nice chess pieces.
I'm gonna
Do
saunter
I recognize
over.
what these things are?
Yes, you would recognize these are bone devils. And as you saunter over Rain, the devil who was concentrating hard on the game moves a piece and says, checkmate. And the other devil, she goes, "Ah," and stands up and like looks super upset that she has been defeated.
I start clapping. Well played, everyone. A good close game. I look at the chessboard. Was it a close game?
It does look like it was a fairly close game, although how much are you proficient in chess sets or anything?
I think I'm proficient with a loot.
Gotcha.
So
Gotcha.
no.
Got
But I take out my loot. No, I don't have a loot.
She says, "See, it was a close game," and he says, "Not by a long shot, Yuri." And this devil turns to all of you and says, "I wish one of you would put him in his place."
Well, is this not our place to do that? We're just looking for allegory.
Kind of feels like not our business. Just gonna-
And the devil who is sitting down says, "Oh, come on. Listen, I've only had Yuri here to play, and I've defeated her, well, every game we've played for the last, I don't know, how long's it been?
Oh, you
1,000
meant
years?
play chess with him.
Will you tell
Gross.
us how to get to Allegory if we play you?
He says, done. A done deal. A fine deal.
And also personally introduce us.
He says, if you beat me.
Okay.
I'll play you.
Yay.
Nice. All right. So he says, well, have a seat. Now, see, this is a game called chess.
Oh my
We
god.
do in chess. The idea is to claim the other person's king. Are you following me so far?
X
So
stupid.
far.
X stupid.
So far, keep going.
And then he very patronizingly goes over each piece in the game and what it can do. And he's like, now there's an advanced move called castling, but we don't need to play with that if this is your first time.
I'm sorry, castling is an advanced move.
To him it is.
Okay, never mind. It's cool.
Rock points to the rock and says, "This doesn't look anything like me."
That's it's called a rook.
No, I'm not going to be able to say that. No. Okay, I thought you said rock, and I'm like, that's not me. No.
No, you look more like, well, this pawn here. And he holds up a pawn, which is a tiny, small piece.
No, I don't look like
Shouldn't
that.
she look like all the pawns since they're identical?
And Rock, you get the implication here as he's telling you that you don't matter to him.
That's okay. She totally gets that, but she'll continue to just let him think whatever. And she'll go, no, it doesn't have any wings. Like very, like, oblivious.
Mm-hmm.
I think Rock's more like this one, pointing to the night.
You ask what the night is?
No, I said I think Rock's more like this one, pointing to the night. She can go all over the place.
Ah.
Oh, I see.
But enough with this. Let's just play.
Okay. Robert, make an intelligence check, and you can add your proficiency bonus if you're proficient with chess sets.
I am not proficient with chess sets.
But you are very intelligent.
And I've seen the future. So
important
Nice.
time.
Wait, is this cheating in chess? Or is this
he
like...
doesn't have to know any of this.
This is
So
true.
I will just I'll kind of make my moves and kind of just wait a second, kind of see what the future held, and I will roll a 16 for my roll. That is a total of a 20.
Nice. Yeah, so he puts up a good fight, but you have had him from like the first move. You have had this strategy figured out, and he adjusts kind of well, but you are able to handily beat him within probably about 15-20 minutes. And
I say this is not quite, this is a simpler version of Dragon Chess. I've played it a long time ago. I haven't played it in years, but
Ooh.
Varsity
Back.
Dragon Chess.
you can see his devil jaw is pursed. And he looks at you, and the other devil who is in the room, she is very bemused. And she says, well, Barrow, I think you have introductions to make. And he says, yes, it does seem that way. And she comes over to you, and out of a pouch that is hanging off one of her rib bones, she pulls out a yellow diamond and hands it to you, Torsten.
Huh.
So
And
what is
you
this?
can feel this diamond is brimming with magical power when you touch it.
I say, thank you. What is this?
And she says, oh, if you break that, a very powerful ally will appear, an earth elemental.
Thank you.
Cool.
And she says, yes, if you're wearing that badge, I assume it's because you've come to kill Zancrown or meet with Eligary. Either way, you might need that.
We're here to do both.
Yes. What does the badge exactly do? Do you know?
Oh, it's an indication to those of us who work for Eligary that we should not attack you.
I'm sorry, could we rewind real quick? Because you said that if we were meeting Eligary, that we would still need it?
Oh, well, and not to use against Eligary, but to
Well, of
use
course
for
not.
Eligary. I'm sure she can explain.
Lead the
there's-
way then. Let us.
There's all
meet
those
her.
other like groups in here, and don't they talk to each other? Like, so they would need some way of, yeah, I'm not here to attack, right?
Right. Yes, I'm afraid the badges you'll find only work in this section of the dungeon.
Do
not
the
in
other groups have their own badges? Are we collecting badges?
I don't know. I really have been in this room for several centuries now.
On the road to Viridian City.
Viridian City!
Then we kill Zenkron. You'll be able to leave. It'll be great. And then you can collect badges too.
Oh, if you kill Zandcrown, I don't think we're sticking around to collect badges.
Fair enough.
I think we'll have served our purpose and can finally move on.
That would be awesome.
Uh, and they nod.
But how will you
Conversation
get better than?
down,
How
or-
will you get better at chess if you have to move on? Bummer.
She says chess isn't really my game.
Oh,
for the
I'm
first-
staring at the other guy while I say that.
Oh, says, "Come on then," and starts walking towards the door that is opposite the one you came in from. Rock, while here, you notice there is another secret door in this room too.
Oh, like near where the chess set is or near where the doors are?
So it is, you know how I said this is a 3-way hall?
Yeah.
It looks like it's actually a 4-way hall.
Okay. So, okay. Are we passing by that door on the way?
Yes. Yeah. So there's a door to your right and a door to your left as you pass, and the secret door is the one to your left.
Did Torsten cast Mind Talk on us still? Is that still active?
Yeah, that's probably. I would assume it's still going. We haven't been in it.
Okay.
Oh, perfect. I was just trying to figure out whether, because Rock's smart enough to know she probably doesn't want to blurt it out in front of these two. But if Rary's telepathic bond is still up, then in her head to everybody, she will say, "Oh, look, secret door right there. Geez, this place is just full of secret doors. I probably shouldn't tell the others, right?"
It's likely they already know that it's there.
Yeah.
However, you want to go check it out?
Yeah, but we should probably wait until like we get the introductions and everything. And
Yeah, make a mental note and let's just move on.
Okay.
But hey, look, and like in her mind, she'll like, picture and then like outline of where the wall is, and then like in crayon in her mind, secret door, and then a crayon
Smiley
arrow.
face.
Yeah, pretty much. Just so all of you can see.
Nice. Now I have just a vision of Rary's telepathic bond being just like a virtual tabletop. So like,
Yeah.
as we go through this.
Or it's like an Etch-a-Sketch, but 4
Right.
pairs of dials, a piece per person.
Nice.
I picture it as like a 3-dimensional map with little miniatures that are us. And every once in a while, you have to use gummy bears to like. Sorry, never mind.
Gummy bears?
Yeah, because then you can eat the bad guys when you kill them.
Oh, I use little army soldiers. Like,
Oh,
what
that's
are you
smart.
doing in my fantasy world? Take
Meat
this.
army soldier? No. All right, let's go.
So you are led through this door to the south, and you see that there is a woman in full black plate armor with bat wings sprouting from her back, and she is sparring with 2 yellow-skinned bat-winged humans, and they have huge tails. She is wielding this very nice-looking longsword, and they are using pitchforks, and she is sparring with them, and she lays both of them low. She doesn't kill them, but she like puts her sword to the throat of one and then knees it, and that one falls over, and then she elbows the other in the face, and that one falls to the ground. And she turns around and she says, "Ah, Barrow and some visitors." As she sheathes her sword and she puts it in this jeweled case that is along her. When she turns to look at you, you see she has these red eyes and small little horns budding out from her black hair that comes down around her form. And Barrow will say, he gives a bow and looks back at all of you.
Bow.
Bonk or bow.
I take my hat off
Gotcha.
as I bow.
Oh, awesome.
Isabel.
It's like the narrowest of bows. Eyes
Or a
don't
head
go
nod.
to the floor like it's very close to like a but she catches it at the last minute. She's like
So inspiration for everyone, as Gorf also gives a deep rug bow, and then Barrow looks up and says, These people beat me at chess and wanted to speak with you, and then turns and leaves.
I mean, in fairness, it was Thorsten because I don't think I could have beat him at chess. Because Thorsten is really smart.
You're right, you couldn't. And he slams the door on his way out. And the groaning yellow-skinned devils kind of get up off the floor and then stand on either side of this woman. And she says, "You'll have to forgive Barrow. He's a sore loser, as I'm sure you found out."
These are devils, not tieflings, right?
Right.
Okay.
Right.
She's an Erin, yes, we were told.
Erinyes, yeah.
Erinyes.
Oh, okay.
Erinyes,
I'm never sure how to
yes.
pronounce this.
I think it's Erinyes, but
Is there a pronunciation available on D&D Beyond?
I'm sure there
probably
is.
I'm gonna look it up. Be right
I
back.
would go there too as we listen to Torsten talk to these people because Torsten.
I say, well, he may, at least he was honorable. He held up to his word, and was a noble ally or noble opponent.
Erin,
He didn't
Thank you,
use
Marisha.
castling in the game. Thank goodness.
didn't get a chance to castle even. And so she will say, "So I see the golems have already given you badges. Well, what brings you to the dungeon?"
We are here for Zancrown.
She raises an eyebrow. "You're to speak with Zancrown?"
Kind of looking towards
Get
Rock's
tea.
direction. Tell
What do
everybody else. You're gonna tell her
Right?
too, Rock? Or...
Well, yeah, but Torsten won, and so like we're following his lead because like he was the one who won, so I'm letting him. But we're here to kill him.
Did you say that?
That's I literally, yeah, I said that we're following your lead, blah blah blah, and we're here to kill him.
What's her response to that?
She nods, and Rock, you can see she's unsurprised when you say that. Like she already knew this was why you were here. And she'll say, "Well, you realize what a risk this is."
Of course. But we doubt you want to be locked up in here any longer than you have to be.
Of course, but Zancrown killed me. I would love to see him dealt the same treatment, but at the same time, I would hate to see him go spread his plague throughout the rest of the world. Tell me, how much do you know about our dungeon here?
I will give them some of the information that we have.
Mm-hmm. And she nods along and she says, "All of that is true, but when I first came to this dungeon, when we, the people of the Rassian Empire, came, there were already 3 other civilizations here: the goblinoids, the dwarves, and the elves. And the goblinoids were picked upon by the dwarves. The elves, classic, remain neutral in this situation. And we were here to tip the scales. And since then, we have held a truce in our dungeon. It is shaky. Everyone sticks to their own lane. But so far, it has worked. And should a problem arise, should Zancrown be freed and you fail, it would be nice to have everyone unified. So I have a proposal for you. I will give you my key if you can help me secure this new faction, this wild card faction. If you will go into their section of the dungeon and find their leader and get their leader to agree to join the truce I have already established, then I will give you my key.
Oh, okay.
Why are they unwilling to join at this point?
We have not sent emissaries to them. They are... When you are new to the dungeon, these forms, and she motions to herself and the devils next to her, can be confusing. They are filled with new emotions and frankly tap into planes of negative energy and evil that might change a person. Takes some getting used to. I can tell that you've already met their foremost guardians in their entrance. And she motions to the wounds that many of you have with chain bruises wrapped around you. I don't think it's a good way for us to start peace among our factions, but a neutral third party like yourselves might be able to hack your way to their leader if that is what is required.
And what did it take to get the other factions to peace?
Well, all it took was a threat that the dwarves were truly the instigators. And so we made the determination that we would join with the goblinoids and wipe all of the dwarves from this place if that was what was required. And the dwarves then agreed to the peace.
Well, hopefully it won't come to that with this new faction, who, we hear, the leader, used to be our best friend. So it'll be fine.
Best friend?
Best friend.
She nods. She
You're
says,
my best friend. She was just friend.
What do you know of this new faction? What do you call them?
Don't know much about them. We just call them the new faction. We haven't given them a name, come to think of it.
Hopefully
Most
they
of
won't
us
leave
have
us.
a genetic heritage that runs throughout. This is a more diverse group, which is a good thing to see.
Cool. Okay. This seems like an excellent deal. Shall we shake hands to cement it?
And she says, yes. How about that? And she reaches out her hand.
I
It's
shake
a
her
male
hand.
claw.
Okay. I shake her hand.
Yeah,
I say,
she'll shake.
your armor is really cool. Quietly. So I shake her hands.
And she says, thank you. I will. We can talk more when you have secured the alliance.
Should we
Talk
go?
more or talk more?
No, the first one.
Well, but is it
Wait,
though?
or the second
It is.
one.
It is the non-sexual one.
Okay,
It's just talking. We're talking.
I'd like to see your armor.
Shane's looking
should
to make
we-
some tieflings.
Eh?
Aaron Yees,
the buffest little Aaron.
the most kick ass. Yeah. Should we go talk to the goblins first, since they're friends of yours? Then we can go talk to them, and then if we go to the new people and we're like, we're here for the goblins and the humans, then maybe it's like more clout.
She, yeah. I mean, it's up to you. She's not going to respond to that. That's all your all's
Okay.
plan.
Yeah.
Oh, Rock says this not just to her friends, but also to like gauge.
I see.
She's looking to see if this it's how do you pronounce her name?
Eligri.
Eligri. She's looking to see, is this like a promise and where we need to go there right away, or can we be?
Oh, she says, I mean, I am eternally patient. I'm not going anywhere.
Could
Okay.
you provide us with a room for shelter while we're doing this mission? Because we still do need to rest on occasion.
Yes, feel free to, while you wear the badge, you should be free to walk anywhere in my little realm here.
Should we not wear the badge other places though? Like, is it a bad idea?
There's a truce in effect. I don't see why it would be a bad idea.
Okay.
Can
Do
you
the,
get us a badge for the goblin place?
I'm afraid we're the only one with badges.
Oh. Do they have any other sort of system to show friend?
I don't know. You would have to ask them, unfortunately.
Okay.
Yeah, we got to look for a Legba, for vampire mage.
Can you send us with an emissary?
Oh.
Make a persuasion check.
That's a great idea.
Persuasion. I rolled a 5, but that's a 13.
Okay. And she says, I can't spare the people right now, especially with this new faction who could do anything and with people who might free Zancrown. I need all of my people here.
That
I'm
bone
already
devil playing
taking a big
chess
risk.
seems like they're not doing anything. She seemed very pleasant. Are you sure that she wouldn't like a walk?
I'm positive.
If we're not gonna free him, we're going to kill him. It's gonna be okay. We kick ass.
So you've never failed at anything? You've
Well, we're
never
here.
let people down and seen them die before?
Well, we're here, right?
Sure. But what about before this?
Well, yeah, but we're here, right?
She's feeling real defensive right now. Oh my gosh.
I mean, once we get all the keys and everything, can't you join us and we can all go attack Zencrown?
No, we must be here in case you fail.
Well, if you come with us and help, then that's even more chance that we won't, right?
And she says, that's just not the way things are done around here.
Okay.
Gotcha. Understand. Let's all make our exit now.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm gonna stop arguing. To Rock.
Rock looks at her like, but the way things have
Stop!
gone
Stop!
now-
Yeah, Isabel definitely like side eyes Rain and is like, didn't you high five a statue for like 10 minutes?
I think in fairness, he did 5 minutes and Rock did the
That's true.
I think we split it.
Yeah, whenever Rock like corrects Isabel on that, Isabel's like, okay, yeah, you're right, let's leave.
When Rock is rambling and her friends are like, stop. Does it seem like Eligri is just like, this is the way it's always been and this is the way it's gonna be? Or does she really think we're gonna fail?
It seems like she is cautious. So I don't think she's not comfortable putting all of her chips on all of you. She will put some of them on you by giving you the key, but she wants to have her system in place for in case you fail, and she's not ready to hand everything over to you. What if you're here to freeze Zancrown and you like you bring all of her troops into a place and kill them? You know, the thing. So
Sounds like someone is pro glacier.
Have you talked to any ghosts recently with weird titles?
All right, fine. We'll go talk to the goblins and start there.
Okay.
Or Torsten will go talk to the goblins because he's much smarter than me.
And she says, I wouldn't count yourself out. You seem like you could handle Barrow in a chess game or two.
No, I didn't even know what the rook thing was.
Sometimes I wonder if he does, she mutters.
Oh.
All right,
and she says, well then, if that's all, and she draws her sword again, and the other devils get out their pitchforks.
Is it pitchforks or tridents? Pitchforks seems peasant.
I think they're technically the same thing. It's just a flavor, right?
One's more
Well, in this case,
military.
this would be a bident. These are two-pronged forks.
Oh.
Ooh.
Yes.
That makes me think
I
of
will-
grilling, and I'm hungry now. Let's move on.
I would
Let's
bow,
move on
yeah,
to
bow to
goblins.
Eligri and make our way towards the goblins.
Okay. Cool. So yeah, you bow. She gives you all a bow back as you bow, and you can make your way. So just so you know, in Eligri's room, there is another door too. So there's the door you came in, and then there is a door to the west in this room, or
Man,
it would be to your right as you came in.
I
This
want
is
to
how
go
we
in all
die.
these doors.
Yeah,
I
can
wanna
we
go in
ask
the
the
doors.
one of the bone devils? Like, what's that way?
So the Bone Devils aren't in here anymore. You could ask
okay,
Eligri if you want.
Sure, before we leave, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Can you point us towards the goblins? Is that that way? And I point towards that door.
Oh, and she shakes her head and says, "No. The goblins, you would have to go back out to the main hall." And she points towards the door you came in through.
Yeah, there
What
was
is
that
that?
big door with the goblin face on it.
Mhm.
Remember? That's the one.
I think he was trying to be subtle and find out what's behind that other door by asking a dumb question.
Are you saying this in Rory's telepathic bond? Or are you saying this out loud?
I say, good job. Almost got her. in the bond.
Well, I'll just ask her. Say, what's that way?
And she says,
Shortcut? Wine
uh,
cellar?
nothing that should concern you now, but you're
Hurry.
welcome to go look if you'd like. She says,
Hmm.
but it is a place I will show you if you come back with the agreement from the new faction.
Armory.
Like show you, but show you. Like, is that like a bedroom?
look forward to that.
I don't understand these questions where you're asking me the same thing, but it's
Isabel just like smiles and it's just like, okay.
I assure you, I mean show you, not show
I'm
you?
just wondering because you put a little bit of funk on that show you, so.
Well, I'm just kind of funky.
See? Can you see why I'm getting mixed signals?
I cannot. I cannot see what your mixed signals are about.
In the Rary's telepathic bond to everyone who's been hitting on this creature, Rock is going to say, listen, she's been like stuck here for millennia. You're going to have to be more forward if you really want to.
You can
like...
get lonely after
Sure.
millennia.
Yeah, I'm
right?
just you're not like fighting against that case. You're actually enforcing that case. Just
I'm
make the
saying-
case stronger.
You just need to like come out and say, you're hot. Can I sleep with you? Just like make it obvious.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, I'm not interested in her.
Rock.
Oh, well then
Um,
stop being like sexy times with her.
Okay.
So I just said,
Getting love advice from a 4-year-old.
Mom.
I look forward to that when we come back. Then
From the most
And I'll usher
perceptive
everyone out.
4-year-old.
Oh my God.
2-year-old, sorry.
Oh my god. And Torsten has left.
We're just standing here like glaring at each other,
Yeah.
just like,
nobody's talking.
what is happening?
And her voice comes into your minds.
Oh,
'cause
no!
she's
Whoa!
telepathic. And she says, seriously, is there anything else I can do for you?
Okay.
Rock
Remember
will give
pro
both
consent
Rain
culture.
and Isabel pointed looks like, is there?
No, I pull my hat over my eyes and leave.
100% just turns around and leaves.
Okay, thank you for your time. Bye. And she'll leave.
And she nods to you, Rock, and says, thanks, in your brain.
That was rude.
It's very rude.
Okay.
Back to the main hall.
Yep.
Okay. So yeah, back in the main hall of the is your plan to go like back to the main hall?
Yeah, because I think we're gonna go into the goblin place, right?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we're
And so
looking
what
for-
path are you going to take to get there? Just backtrack the way you got there last time, go through the snow room, basically?
when we get to
I
the
think so.
bone
Do we have another way?
Well, when we get to the Bone Devils playing chess, Rock is going to ask, so is there like an easier way to get back to the hub area, or do we have to fight those chain devils
when
every
you
time
come
we...
back into this room, the Bone Devils are not in it.
Secret door time. Secret door. Secret door. Secret door.
Do we really want to go looking around?
I just
we're
want to
like-
poke in the secret door because maybe there's something cool inside.
Okay, I'll look for traps.
It'll take like 5 minutes.
Yeah,
Probably fine.
Is the
Okay.
secret door
I'm
trap?
thinking of her armor.
Okay, Rocker, go ahead, roll up the traps.
Sure. There's an investigation.
Yep.
She will pause at the door for 6 seconds and then. Ooh. Okay. Investigation. That is going to be a 30.
Okay. You can see no traps in this. However, when you put your hand on this secret door, it does feel cold.
Okay, like it's metal or like it's magic?
So it's a stone door, but it feels like the whatever is on the opposite side of this is a cold room.
Okay. I will do what I've been doing this whole time.
Okay.
Open it and stick my head through and look.
So when you open your head, you see there is a light dusting of snow covering the room and a low howl of wind. And there is in the center of the room a coffin, a big stone sarcophagus, just plain, nothing fancy or decorative about it. And then you can see there is another door in this room beyond the coffin.
She'll pull her head back out and look at everyone and go, it's just like it's a big coffin and another door. I don't know. It's just, and lots of wind and lots of, not you wind, but like wind, and then lots of snow.
maybe just move on. Usually nothing good ever comes of opening coffins and looking inside of them.
Well,
Especially
yeah.
Vampires live in coffins, right?
Yeah. Well, and there are
Yeah.
several vampires that are leaders in this place.
Yeah.
Vampires everywhere, right?
yeah, but the Von Vivant is in the goblin area,
Yeah.
and
But how do we know where this
You
leads
all
to?
fail a perception check.
Cool.
even Rock. What?
Did you just spend
Oh, do
four
you-
auto
Thanks, Josh
fails?
Long.
Wow, okay.
Okay.
Something crazy
All
better
right,
happen
there you
right
go,
now.
Josh.
Okay, Josh Long, that's fine.
You all fail a perception check, and then suddenly here behind you, hey, what are you looking at? And you turn around, and the Bone Devils are now there.
Is the door still open? Because I
Yep.
like pulled my head back. The door didn't like automatically close.
It did not. No.
Okay.
See, there's
In-
a coffin
your
apparently
head.
in here.
Yeah.
This
They,
door,
uh,
it's kind of open. We decided to check it out.
Oh, it was open
Their
already, yeah.
eyes get wide, and they say, "Oh, this is new." And
This door is new, or what's behind it is new.
yes, exactly. And
That's creepy.
You should check it out.
goes over to it and says, "Oh, this is a good find. Thank you for this."
What do you,
What
what do you
is
think it is?
Oh, well, this is there are secret doors in the dungeon. They lead to other
Mhm.
wings, and this is a way to get to the other wing.
Which wing? Can you tell?
By the looks of it, this new faction.
Oh,
Oh.
interesting. What do you think could be in the coffin?
Nothing
Oh,
good.
yeah, I wouldn't open that if I were you. Probably lots of treasure.
Oh,
Would you open it if you were you, though?
I certainly would not if I were me. I can't use treasure for anything, really.
That's a good point.
you could use it to wager against your opponent in chess.
I'm
Wouldn't that
done
be-
with chess now.
Oh,
Don't want to play that game.
High stakes chess.
Might I recommend dice? It's simpler.
Yes, you would recommend a simpler game. I want something more complicated.
Is
I'm
there a
working
handle
on
on
this
this
game.
other side of this door?
What's up?
Because I want to close it. I
You want to go in and close the door?
just want to close it. I just want to close
Which-
him in.
Oh, you want to close him
So
into
close
the...
him in. Just
Oh,
be
I
like,
didn't
"Yeah,
think-
Okay, thank you.
They went in. I thought we were all still hanging out in the
Oh.
hallway.
Yeah, he's just looking through, but you could try to shove him in if you want.
No, it's too late.
Sorry.
I wanna open the
Not as
coffin
funny this
so
way.
bad. What's in there?
And he says, I'm working on a new complicated game. It's called Super Dragon Chess. And it is, you use 2 dragon chess boards on top of each other. It's very, almost like played in 3 dimensions.
Whoa.
So if you ever want to play that sometime, I guess I could try to teach it to you. But I don't
Well-
know. If you like dice, it's probably not for you.
Well, it's easier to carry around the dice set than it is a chess set, especially 3 dimensions.
Maybe next time. Maybe next time.
He concedes. That is definitely true.
I step into the room. Does anything happen?
Into the
Secret room.
coffin room?
Yeah.
When you step into the room,
It's a mouth.
the coffin opens, Rain. You see the lid slides open,
Okay.
No, thank you.
but nothing else happens.
I close Rain in the
wind
room.
starts to howl more as it passes over the top of the coffin.
I
Guys,
say, hail, owner of coffin.
Doing this.
As you say that, a corpse sits up out of the coffin,
Oh.
and all of you see the corpse as yourself.
I step back.
I need you all to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh.
I super don't love this. Who will I blame for this? Okay, 13 plus 1 is 14.
I got a 22.
I get a 25.
Wisdom saving throw, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sorry.
Can I borrow some of the numbers from the other
I
two?
got a 22.
22. What did you get, Isabel?
Hecky, a
I'm proficient in
14.
everything. It's a monkey.
Oh, good. Finally.
This isn't even my fault.
Oh, it's my fault.
I should have locked him in there. Ah,
How about
Okay.
Gorf? What did Gorf get? And does he see an undead Gorf right
He just
out
sees.
of the
It's just a
Spool of
carpet
thread.
full of holes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's just a basket of yarn.
It's just
So-
mothballs. That's all he sees.
Isabel.
Yes.
For the next, let's see, 5 hours.
Cool.
Oh, I'm sorry, 50 hours.
Cool. Even cooler.
You are compelled to wash your hands over and over again.
Neat.
Oh, cool. It's like Macbeth.
Neat.
His corpse image disappears then for all of you, and the coffin slides back.
Brady,
The lid slides back.
meet me behind the 7-Eleven.
Oh,
just
no,
wanna
it's
talk.
fine. You'll be extra clean. This is a benefit, if anything.
I hate this.
So that
Yeah,
was-
and you like immediately, Isabel, as soon as the lid slides back, your hands feel filthy to you.
this.
Torsten, can't you do something to make Isabel less crazy?
I hate this and I hate
Do we
you.
even know that, like,
Yeah, it
Uh,
hasn't really shown itself yet.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay. I go, that was weird, and I look
That
at
was-
you guys.
that was super creepy. That looked like me.
It looked like
Yeah.
me.
It looked like you too.
It looked like
Yeah.
Oh,
dumb.
it's
What a
gone.
dumb room.
That's good. See,
I
no,
kicked the
maybe
coffin
secret
over.
doors should stay. No, don't kick it over. No, it'll come out again. I don't want to see it again.
What is wrong with
So
you?
the coffin is made of big, heavy stone,
Okay.
and it's built into the ground. So you're
Rain, Rain's like, did I stutter?
He's like, and I'm still kicking it
I'm
over.
really
Um,
strong. Are you sure?
When you look back at Gorf,
Is he trying to wash his tassels?
you see Gorf is unthreading the symbol of Eldath on its chest.
Oh.
On
How-
its,
with his
chest,
tassels?
rugged
How's that
chest.
work? How's he unthreading it exactly?
yeah, it looks like it's gripping it with the tassels and unthreading things.
Gorf, what are you doing? No, don't leave that there. That's the only thing that's gonna keep you like protected. And she'll try to like gently bat his tassels away.
When you try to bat the tassels away, Gorf attempts to smother you.
Oh!
Okay, that's
Get the
Uh,
rope.
Let's see. Does an 18 hit your AC?
that is my armor class.
Okay, so Gorf engulfs you, and is
And
currently
does-
smothered.
okay, it's an attack. She doesn't think that this is like a failed hug.
No, you can tell by the fact that it's trying to. You can hear like bones starting to pop and things like that, and you haven't taken any damage yet, but it is very tight, and you can't see. You are blinded and restrained. Well, Gorf is doing
Yeah.
this. And
Gorf,
also,
stop
he's
it!
got class levels now, so this is great.
Brady, I hope that you keep my world weary sigh in the
We were going to
podcast.
go this way anyway, eventually.
Let's roll initiative. This is
Oh.
awesome.
This-
Did anything happen when I kicked the coffin?
I don't wanna fight.
Stuck your
No,
toe.
nothing did.
Torsten got a 19.
I try and
You
kick the lid
think it
open.
would have hurt lesser people, but not you.
Rock got a dirty 20 on initiative.
I also got a dirty 20, but you've got a higher dex than me.
This is true.
What did you get, Torsten?
19.
Okay. Oh shit.
I got a 21.
Nice. Okay, you're going first, Rain.
Okay.
The devils are just laughing at this.
I kick the lid open and I'm going to kill
Okay.
whatever's inside.
So when you kick the lid open, you see lying there an undead image of yourself again.
Okay.
Go ahead and make another wisdom saving throw.
I rolled
Oh,
a
this-
29.
Okay. Yeah, you see it, and then it disappears, and the coffin is empty.
Oh. Okay. Can I attack the coffin?
If you want to.
I do.
Okay. Just roll damage for me.
Meanwhile, over on the
Well, let's
side,
see.
Rock is like,
11. I'm going to hit it for was kicking open the coffin an action or no? Can we say that was a freebie?
Sure. We'll say
Okay.
it's a freebie.
So I hit it 4 times for
Okay.
a total of 40 damage.
Okay.
Oh, jeez.
Cool. So yeah, you see there. How are you hitting it? Are you inside? Are you outside? Like, where are you punching?
All over. Inside,
Okay.
outside. I want to destroy it so it no longer resembles a coffin.
So yeah, this dust starts to come up out of the coffin as chips of stone start flying as you become sort of like the Tasmanian devil running around this thing, punching it. And it's still very much intact, but you are chipping away at it. And it is Rock. It is your turn.
I'm being smothered. So how do we escape from Gorf again? Is this an acrobatics check?
This could be an acrobatics check.
Okay. All right. Gorf, this is not funny. Ooh. I'm rolling really well today, and it makes me happy. I got a 28.
Yeah. So you wriggle out of this.
Gorf, stop it. This is not the
As
time.
you do, it doesn't look like Gorf is...
Wind, sorry.
I'm sorry. Well, yeah. Or maybe Gorf again is trying to do anything. It resumes picking at the symbol of Eldath on itself.
Okay. So that was my action.
Mm-hmm.
Can I insight wind as a bonus action to see
Sure.
what's going on?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Wait, hold on. Do I get the thing on insight too? I have to double check. No, okay. I always have to double check which are the things if where I stand still for 6 seconds I get advantage on, but insight isn't one of them.
Gotcha.
But I do get reliable talent on that, so I get a 25.
Okay. So you think, as best as you can tell, which is pretty good, that Wind has forgotten all of you and your adventures for the moment. That something has made Wind, it seems like it is unfamiliar, doesn't know what's going on, and is trying to turn itself back into its former appearance.
Okay, so so Rock was like wiggled herself out and then was reaching forward to stop him again, and then pauses, and then in the Rari's telepathic bond, she's like, Wind has forgotten who we are and who it is. I don't know what to do. How do you remind a rug of everything?
So we first got him on our side by giving a sack. What was the name of that god? The Ziggurat god.
You talked to him in Dwarvish.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
you talked.
said, a sacrifice for you, and I gave it a pebble, I think. So look for pebbles on the ground.
Correct.
Someone talked to it in Dwarvish. Convince it to, we'll do the same thing.
Okay.
And I guess that's all I can do, because I can move at that point, but I'm not gonna. I won't.
I just need to 1 second here. I'm gonna look up the name of that dwarf god that you had asked for. Yes, it was Abathor, the god,
yeah.
dwarf god of greed.
Right.
Yes. So, yes. Okay, Isabel, it is your turn.
Oh, I guess we're not murdering this rug anymore.
No, but he just forgot who he was. We need to remind him.
I really kind of want to break it. All right. Maybe let's get Rain out of that room where he's kicking a coffin.
I want to break the lid specifically, James. Just
Okay.
crack it in half.
Okay.
You go in there. There is a dust storm. It is filthy right now between the snow
Don't like that.
and dust.
Yeah, I'm getting out of there. Nope.
Okay.
Isabel just like, I don't know. She just looks for something to wipe her hands on because this is terrible.
I mean, you got this rug right here.
Do I want to wipe my hands on a murder rug? I say yes, I do.
Okay.
I'm gonna wipe my hands on this murder rug.
All right. So you go and wipe your hands on Wind. And Wind then goes ahead and grapples you.
Neat.
Yeah. Just immediately when you touch it. However, it does clasp around your hands pretty well and is wiping them. So
This feels fine.
yeah, it's the crushing of bones that is not great. And
Less fine, but at least I can breathe.
and it's Torsten's turn.
Neat.
Torsten will give a prayer to Eldath and say, please cleanse wind of anything afflicting it. I want to try to cast Lesser Restoration on it. See if that helps him.
Okay. So let's see. Lesser Restoration on wind.
Cures a disease or condition.
Okay. Yeah, I need to read about some things here. Doop doop a doop.
This is great content, guys. Don't worry. This is awesome. That's what we're doing here. We're giving the fans.
I'm still mad at you.
We're giving the fans awesome stories.
So yeah, immediately when you cast Lesser Restoration, the rug unravels and leaves Isabel on the ground, and she is there, presumably still wiping your hands.
Yeah, I'm still wiping my hands on him.
On the rug, but the rug unfurls.
Yeah.
And is not trying to pick at itself or anything like that, and then wraps Isabel in a hug,
Ooh.
not in a wrestle,
Ooh.
like a headlock.
I would prefer the headlock.
Yeah, it is definitely an apology. You can see.
Aw.
You could be sorry without showing me any affection. I appreciate that. Thank you.
When you say that, it immediately unfurls again.
Cool. I continue wiping my hands.
Does it think you're shaking hands with it? And it just
Yes.
Oh, I hope not.
Yeah, the rug feels like it deserves this and is fine with it.
You do.
Can we tell by what Isabel's doing that she's acting a little strange as well?
Isabel, tell them what it looks like right now.
Probably not. Isabel has a lot of really strange old lady affectations. So you could be doing any number of things. Like, it probably just looks like she's wringing at the rug very irritably.
But
who knows what Isabel does?
Is she like, my hands are dirty? Like, is she like, going that extra?
Does she look like she's scrubbing her cuticles with a rug? Yes.
Yes.
Does she probably also look like she's trying to strangle the rug back? Probably also yes. I don't know if you've ever used a rug to wash your hands.
Don't pat him when he's been bad. He'll think it's a reward for doing what he just did.
Rain, as you're saying this, because we're out of initiative, you do eventually not just break this lid, but you can break the whole coffin into rubble if you want to.
I do. Do I feel like it will? Yeah, I do.
Okay, you do. Isabel, you still feel the need to wash hands.
I look away, then look back,
Keep doing
making
it.
like a big show of it. Does a corpse version of me pop up and say hello, or
No,
Out of the rubble.
nothing. Now that the coffin's been destroyed, no one sees a corpse version of
is
themselves.
there a secret door with treasure in it somewhere?
Oh my gosh.
There is not. There is another door though in this room.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
awesome.
probably leads to the Baobab and the Luna Valley people, according to Barrow.
Yeah. So do we want to go?
Yeah.
that-
Meanwhile, Barrow and Yuri have disappeared. They are no longer in this room.
They've literally disappeared.
Well, they have left the room.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask because if they're actually invisible and they're within 30 feet of me, I know that they're there.
They are not invisible.
Okay.
They are not in this room, or they're in neither of these rooms right now. The coffin
Okay.
room or the chest room.
They probably like awkwardly walked out while we were wrestling with a rug.
Maybe.
Probably like, this is not as funny as we thought it was going to be.
Okay.
Now it's just rubble. So do we want to? We were trying to go to the goblin
Yeah,
area,
let's
but
go
this
back
seems
to
like
the
shortcuts.
goblins.
So we should
Just-
probably goblins.
Something to keep in mind.
Although I'm somewhat concerned that they were really excited about finding this back way into this place, and now they've gone.
Well, they're probably going to tell.
Right, and then what are they going to do about it?
Well, hopefully nothing, because
Yeah.
she said we're being sent as like peace people, so it would not make any sense to also attack at the same time. Like that would just cause more chaos.
Sure.
They want the truce. Yeah.
True. All right.
I believed that she wanted the truce, right? She
Mhm.
wasn't lying to us about that.
Yeah, it seemed to be. I mean, I didn't.
Voice in head who knows my passive insight. Did
Yeah.
I think that Eligri was truthful about wanting the truth?
Yeah.
Okay. No, she wanted the truth, so it wouldn't make any sense to do anything dumb like that.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just gonna try one more thing. I'm gonna close the door and open it again. The coffin's still broken, right?
The secret door?
Yes. When you open the door, the coffin is still broken. Meanwhile, Isabel, what have you been doing this whole time?
Just watching Rain open and close doors.
Mm-hmm.
That was a weird one, guys. All right. Let's continue on the mission. We're all fine.
I guess we go back to main room and go to Goblin door.
Okay, so your plan is to go back to the other secret door, through that secret door, and back to the main room?
Yes.
Okay. So you head back to the main room, and you have your doors in front of you. You have the door with the goblin face on it that you can go through.
I would like to check it for traps and things. I'm trying to get into a good routine. This is like normal now, right?
Yeah. Yeah, in fact, we can assume that unless it's like combat or something, that this is sort of your standard operating procedure, right?
Yeah.
I'm telling the voice in my head I want to do this every single time whenever we get to a door, and I have 6 seconds.
Gotcha. Okay, so...
Rock says in very
Oh my
telepathic
gosh,
bond.
in like the telepathic thing.
Yep.
Isabel has like rolled up Gorf and like stuck her hands in it like a little muff,
Mm-hmm.
where she's like
That's
constantly rubbing her hands on the inside.
Yeah, so you can see Isabel is using Gorf like a muff.
Are you cold?
No.
Because you're like all wrapped up in Gorf, and I didn't think you liked that.
It's easier to carry him.
Okay.
He is pretty slow.
Do I believe her? Oh,
Mm,
jeez.
Make a deception check.
Ugh, that's annoying. Now that I'm like thinking about it, because it's like for part of it is like yes, it is easier to carry it, but she also thinks it's kind of embarrassing. So
So
Yeah, I
it
mean, I
could
guess
be-
it's up to if you're telling the truth.
yeah,
But like
But
if
you're trying to hide something, right?
yeah, I am.
yeah.
So,
Because
I
it's
think-
like because I don't think she thinks.
in
that
fact,
anything's
don't
doing
bother to yell, do it, because Rock is going to automatically fail her insight.
Ah.
That's right. Now I'm down to 2 people working through these things.
I would like to say unto all of you, you're welcome for my incredibly high numbers. I'm gonna burn through all of these. Okay, like if you need help carrying him, okay, and she'll go back to the door.
I think it looks cool. Keep it up.
Isabel doesn't know why she's irritated with Rain and blames him for something, but she's irritated and she blames him for something.
It's probably warranted.
Yeah, I will say even with a -1, my insight is super high. Even with a natural 1, my insight is super high. But I think the RP of that is funnier. And yeah,
Yeah, Rock's just like, maybe this is an old lady thing. Who knows?
no,
Right.
she just I don't sense that you're lying, and so she just believes you. Like, oh, okay, well, if you need help, let me know. How's the door?
How's that?
So
going?
Rock, yeah, distracted by checking the door, and the door looks fine. Looks like you could open it. You can smell something earthy on the other side. Almost like the wilderness.
Everyone-
Okay, so
forest or
Take
that
your
kind of thing.
badges off too. Slip them in your pockets just in case.
Well,
I don't know.
Don't
they
we
might
want? No, the goblins are the humans' friends. Don't we want them to know we're the humans' friends too?
Yeah, I guess it's okay.
I feel like I'll show him when we need to. I mean, he knows what
Yeah.
they'll do.
I don't know. I don't want to. I don't know. Maybe approaching them as strangers would be better. I don't know. We don't know all the politics of it.
Right. Yeah. Let's just wait and see what they have to say.
All right, she'll take her badge off and stick it in a pocket and say, "So it smells like earth and dirt over there. I don't know what that means, but here we go." And she'll open the door and stick her head through.
Woo!
So Rock, you open the door and you see the door sort of creaks open, and it's almost like moonlight lights this chamber. There's just light coming from the ceiling down, and The floor is covered in dirt, and in each corner of the room there are demonic skulls on spikes driven into the ground. Their expressions are cruel and sort of leering, and you can see then that the walls have a fresco that depicts an army of goblins battling demons, and behind that army of demons there is what you now know to be Zancrown shouting orders as people are torn apart and die on both sides.
And are there any exits to this area?
Indeed, there are exits to this area. So there's the entrance that you came in, and then across from that, there is like directly across from where you are, there is another entrance. This room is about 40 feet long.
Okay. And frescoes and any secret doors that I see. Just with
None that you
passive-
notice.
Okay.
No.
She'll hold open the door for everybody and go, well, this is creepy. This is going to be like an ongoing thing in here, right?
Probably.
And she'll walk on over to the next door while everybody else checks out this room.
As you step onto the dirt, Rock, you see the dirt begins shifting, and 12 hobgoblins that have red eyes and have wounds on their neck, and they have long claws, and they have these glowing red eyes claw up out of the dirt very quickly, surprisingly fast. Almost like spiders that have a burrow in the ground. They all come up and they look at you and with one voice say, "Leave!" And that is where we will end this section of the Demon.
12
Maybe
hobgoblins. Hold on. Leave. Okay. Well,
Also, you all are now level 16. So.
Yay!
In the meantime, let us talk about, because we're going to be giving away 2 copies of the Demonplague. Maybe it didn't seem like anybody had entered the contest. But if you want to, exclamation point, no spoilers or spoilers? Just spoilers. Exclamation point spoilers if you want to enter, and you could win a free copy of the Demonplague. But in the meantime, and it should be in the Don't Split the Podcast Network Twitch chat. In the meantime, where can people find you, TK?
It's me. It's TK. I'm stressed out. And I write spooky stories on the internet, and if you like spooky stories, then you can read them at tkjreds.com, or you can follow me on Twitter. TK joins the fray. I'm not doing a whole lot of streaming these days, only I think 3 streams a week now. But you can rude.
That's a lot of streaming.
That's not that. Well, I was doing 6 a week.
I know. That's a
this
lot of streaming, but 3 is still a lot.
Yeah, so you can see the schedule on my pinned tweet thread. You can also see my beautiful pictures of the sketchy #sketchy.
Yes,
sketchy lives on, and like I'm serious. Any person who's going to D&D live this year and comes up to me and says like #sketchy or sketchy lives on or something like that at D&D live, I will give you a Tales from the Mist D6. There you go.
Oh,
I'm sorry, Lisa. I see you in the chat, and I didn't okay this with you, but I'm doing it. So just do it when Lisa's not around.
I see. No.
Yes.
From Lisa.
Yes. I can't.
Don't take it away from our loyal followers, Lisa. Don't do that.
I want another one. I'm gonna need another D6.
#sketchy.
So, Robert, where can people find you?
Hey, I'm Robert Dietry. You can find me on Twitter at Radu76 and in the big D&D 5th edition group on Facebook. Let's see where else. I think that's it for right now. Yeah.
Excellent. And where can people find you, Lauren?
Hi, I'm Lauren Urban. You might know me as Obo Crazy. I'm the community manager for D&D Beyond. You should come to our Discord. We only sing the theme song once or twice a day. You should also come find me on Heroes of the Veil, which airs on Wednesdays at 2 o'clock on the D&D Beyond Twitch channel. Come hang out in our chat and come see me as Okira there, because I need another winged creature who is exasperated by everything. And so I have two. I'm also the DM for Dungeon Drunks, which is a podcast that comes out on Mondays. And we are all also going to be at the Descent. And so we'll all be there. I will have no D6s to hand out, but if you come to me and say Sketchy, I will help you find TK and we'll say Sketchy together and be fans of TKs.
Yeah! I'm so excited.
Oh my goodness. Rudy, where can people find you?
Hey, I'm on Twitter at Rudy Basso. Also, check out don'tsplitthepodcastnetwork.com for a lot of great podcasts, including this one, which comes out every Wednesday-ish. Should be an announcement about new podcast in 2 days. Whoop, 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 whoop.
2 days.
Whoop, whoop. Yeah,
Today's
get
new podcast.
2 days.
excited about that. Very
excited.
excited.
Also, check out Mordhau, a new indie video game that just got released. If you ever played Chivalry, it's like Chivalry 2. It's really great. I love it. Mordhau.
Oh. There you go. So check that out. I'm also at Don't Split the Podcast Network, which is a great, fun podcast network. I host a podcast called Tabletop Babble, and I'm also on the Demonplague podcast, which is this in podcast form. Also, the Demonplague is a PDF that you can buy. It's a level 1 through 20 adventure that I wrote with John Four. You can buy it on DriveThruRPG and at roleplayingtips.com/Demonplague. I'm also at worldbuilderblog.com.
And if you buy it, you get a picture of John Four smiling and like giving you a thumbs up in the email that it gets sent to you.
That is true. Yeah, that is. It's pretty great. He's like the friendliest Canadian. Which is
hard
saying.
Yeah.
Because like Canadian already sets a high friendly bar. To say he's the friendliest, that's amazing.
Yeah, he's the gritty of Canada. You know what I mean?
Also, James started a Patreon recently. He probably won't say it himself, but people should check out James's Patreon. If you want a Q&A live with a man, then that's your opportunity, because he does a monthly live Q&A. So
I do.
There you go.
What's your put out
Patreon URL?
Little articles. It's patreon.com/Intricasso.
Sarah, link it in chat.
So anyway, but yes, thank you, Rudy. I appreciate that. And so, in the meantime, though, we are going to be having a lot of fun wrapping it up here. There are 9 episodes left now of the Demonplague. Thank you so much to everybody who has been watching. Check it out in all of the other places that you can listen to, and do us a favor. And if you like the show, tell friends about it. Word of mouth would be a huge, huge boon to us. So thank you so much. There's Patreon URLs going all over the place now. So yes, thank you for spamming, Sarah. And we will see y'all next time on the Demonplague. And remember, don't let the demons bite.
Or the undead corpses of yourself sit up and say hello.
Or the undead corpses sit up and bite you.
Oh, that's the super worst. Bye.